What is up, YouTube? Coming back another video. Sorry it's been a little while. I've been wanting to put some thought into my featured videos a little bit more, rather than just like pick up a fucking camera and like vlog or whatever, just like talk shit. So this video is going to be about macros. Hold your excitement, please. So this video is going to be about how to calculate macros, but also to show you guys how simple flexible dieting in general can be, and it's not figuring out your macros or your calories or whatever are not a never-ending math problem like most people play it out to be. The reason why people think it's so hard and so daunting of a task to figure out their macros and to count their macros is just because patience in general. You gotta have patience with it. You can't have your macros for a week and then be like, oh, I'm not seeing results, I'm not fucking shredded or anything like that, so they quit. So why do we need to know macros? Why do we use macros? Everyone has a certain goal in mind, whether that be to bulk up or cut down. Knowing how many calories it's going to take to reach that goal, bulk up or cut down, is very important. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is calories in versus calories out, period. So the concept of, what in the hell do you think you're doing? So the concept of losing weight or losing body fat is very simple. If you eat less calories than what your body's burning, you lose weight, you lose fat. It's fucking magic. No, not really. And then when people want to bulk up or gain muscle, you eat more calories than what your body is using as energy for the day. And lift a lot. And you have to grunt very loud too when you lift. Otherwise you won't make any gains. That's a joke. But not really. But to figure out the amount of calories you need in a day, you want to get your maintenance calories first. You need to figure out what your TDEE is, which is your total daily energy expenditure. You can literally type into Google TDEE calculator and get hundreds of results, and they'll all work fine. Or if you're a female, you can multiply your body weight by 14, and if you're a male, by 15 or 16. That's probably going to depend upon your energy levels throughout the day. So if you have a desk job, maybe 15. If you you're a construction worker or you do a lot of active things in your job, then 16, go ahead. Your TDEE is the amount of energy that your body uses in a day. Now to see when you get the result, when you get your answer, this is the amount of calories that may or may not be your maintenance. They probably are. To figure out if they actually are your maintenance calories, you need to eat those calories. We'll figure out your macros in a bit, but those are your calories you need to stick to. You need to eat those calories for a week or two. I recommend 2 weeks, just to be completely sure those are your maintenance. And monitor your weight regularly. You don't have to weigh yourself every damn day. However, if you do, I weigh myself every day just because it keeps myself accountable. So you need to eat these calories for 1 to 2 weeks, probably 2, and monitor your weight within those 2 weeks. You don't need to weigh yourself every single day, every other day, every 3 days, every 4 days, even weigh yourself twice in the 2 weeks, once every week. If your body weight stays the same or changes very little, those are your maintenance calories. Now, depending on your goal, if you want to cut down, it is recommended to go into a 500 caloric deficit. So you minus your maintenance calories by 500. So if we have a 180-pound male and we want to lose weight, cut down, we're going to subtract 500 off those calories. So that will bring us to 2,200 calories. Now we're going to figure out what the macros for that should be. Before we get started, there's things you need to know. Protein. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. Every gram of fat is 9 calories. Every gram of fat is 9 calories. And then every gram of carbs, carbohydrates, is 4 calories. There's also a fourth macronutrient, and that is alcohol, but we're not going to get into that in this video. Now, protein is the most important macronutrient that you need to take account of for your calories. It is recommended to have your protein set from 1 to 1.4 grams per pound of body weight. So for our 180 pound individual, we will set it at 1 gram per pound, and that's 180 grams of protein. So 180 grams of protein is going to equal 720 calories just from protein. Next, we want to figure out what our fat intake. So the best way to calculate fat, what is it? This is a problem? I can definitely talk about nutrition and eat pizza at the same time. Now these low-fat diets that you hear celebrities going on, I think that was a few years back. It was when they were popular. It's complete bullshit. Your body needs a certain amount of fat to meet dietary needs. So fat is pretty simple. You basically want to stay in between a 15% and 30% of your target calories. So if you are a person that likes fat, you like cheese, you like dairy, things like that, then you can put it up to 30% of your target calories. Or if you're like me that don't really prefer a lot of fat, says the one that just ate pizza, you can drop it down to 15% of your target calories. I personally like to have the majority of my calories come from carbohydrates just because carbs are life. Another thing you can do to get the middle of the range is also just multiply your body weight by 0.4. So for our 180 pound individual, we'll take 0.4 times 180, and that's going to give us 72 grams of fat, which is 648 calories from fat. Now for the most exciting part is carbohydrates is also the easiest. With carbohydrates, whatever you have left of your total calories, you just fill it in with carbs. So after 720 calories from our 180 grams of protein and 648 calories of our 72 grams of fat, our 180 pound male now has 832 calories left. Divide that by 4, and that's going to give you 208 grams of carbs. Now for bulking, you want to keep your protein still a gram per pound of body weight, so we're going to keep it 180, and then your fat, you can keep that the same as well. You can lower it if you'd like, but you're going to have enough carbs to play with anyway, so we're going to keep that the same as well, 0.4 times 180. So we're still going to have 180 grams of protein, 72 grams of fat. That's going to leave us with 1,582. Fuck, I forgot to talk about the carbs, or the whole calories. So for bulking, anytime you go above your maintenance calories, so in this case we have 2,700 calories as our maintenance. If you want to add in increments of 250, you don't want to just go right up to 500, because that's just going to start dirty bulking, and we all know what happens when you dirty bulk. So adding 250 calories onto our 2,700 calorie maintenance is going to give us 2,950 grams of carbs, just call it 3,000. If you're not seeing the results you'd like on a 250 calorie surplus, then definitely go and bump it up another 250 calories after a couple weeks if you're a hard gainer. Using our 3,000 calorie example for our 180 pound male, we're going to keep our fat the same at 72 grams of fat. We're going to keep our protein the same at 180 grams of protein. And this can be slightly adjusted based on personal preference. So that's going to leave us with 1,582 calories left to fill in all with carbs. So you take 1,582, divide that by 4. We're going to get 395 grams of carbs, and just round up and call it 400. So I hope this video was straightforward, to the point, simple, and not complex and jumping off topic at all. Most of all, I hope you guys can find this helpful. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Catch you guys in the next one.